Good afternoon. I'm so sorry that I'm not able to be there in person, but I'm grateful to the ADB, to Hui, and to the panelists for allowing me a few minutes to share remarks. This is a critical topic and a core focus of the Gates Foundation. At the Gates Foundation, we believe inclusive financial infrastructure is the backbone of scalable fintech. Without it, innovation is fragmented, services are high cost, and too many are left out. With it, fintech can reach those who are hardest to serve, rural communities, women, and micro and small enterprises. We've seen this in practice. In India, the combination of Aadhaar digital ID and the Unified Payments Interface has enabled over 500 million people to access digital services. And today, UPI processes more than 12 billion transactions each month at near zero cost. Here in ASEAN, progress is accelerating. Digital payments now account for more than half of all transactions and are projected to reach $400 billion by 2028. Indonesia's QRIS, or QRIS system, is a powerful example. By creating one national QR standard, millions of small merchants, many of them women-owned, are now able to accept digital payments. And QRIS has gone further, linking across borders with Malaysia, Singapore, and Thailand, making cross-border payments faster and cheaper. These stories show what is possible when ID and payment systems are inclusive, interoperable, and low cost. But payments and ID are only part of the story. The future of fintech also depends on data infrastructure, the ability for people to safely use their digital footprints to access services like credit, insurance, and savings. In India, the new account aggregator framework allows people to share financial data across providers through secure APIs, enabling small businesses to qualify for loans in days instead of weeks. And across ASEAN, there are efforts to create interoperable data frameworks so data can more securely move across borders, supporting trade and cross-border payments. This is why we talk about digital public infrastructure, payments, ID, and data exchange working together. When these systems are inclusive and interoperable, fintechs can innovate at scale. But when they are fragmented or exclude certain groups, gaps widen. Of course, growth also brings new risks. In Southeast Asia, scams and fraud now cost consumers more than $5 billion a year, and that's surely a profound undercount. And in India, digital payments fraud rose from 1% of reported bank frauds in 2022 to over 10% in 2023. The consequences are clear. When trust erodes, people hesitate to use digital services, and the most vulnerable pull back first. That is why infrastructure must also include shared fraud detection utilities, funds recovery systems, strong cybersecurity, and clear data protection rules. Brazil's PIX system shows how these safeguards can be built in, pairing instant payments with fraud monitoring and transaction limits to maintain trust as the system scaled to 150 million users. We must also recognize that infrastructure design is not gender neutral. If identity systems require documents women often lack, they will be excluded from the start. If credit relies only on traditional data, women entrepreneurs who operate in cash may be invisible. But the reverse is also true. When systems integrate alternative data responsibly and transparently, women gain a foothold. And when QR standards like QRIS lower the cost of digital acceptance, women-owned micro businesses are often the first to benefit. This is why intentional design matters. Financial infrastructure can either widen gaps or close them. So as this panel begins, I encourage you to keep 3 questions in mind. How can we ensure payments, ID, and data systems are open and interoperable while embedding safety, trust, and privacy? What models of public-private partnership can deliver shared services like API, cybersecurity, and fraud detection as public goods? And how can infrastructure design actively close rather than widen the gender gap? If we get this right, financial infrastructure will be the invisible backbone of inclusive fintech, lowering costs, building trust, and enabling innovation that expands opportunity for everyone. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you again to the ADB for hosting this event. I'm disappointed to not be with you in person, but hope to have future opportunities to connect with many of you. Have a great day.